Yo, 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 what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. Give y'all a little bit of time to tune in case these notifications ain't go out. First things first, TGIF. Thank God it's Friday, man. Hopefully everybody's having a blessed and productive morning so far, whether you at work or you with the family or you doing important things. Those who might be out there in the heat, you need to stay hydrated and all. Make sure you keep you some water or whatever. Keep yourself hydrated. Yeah, we still in the summer. Still got this hot weather right now. Um, Appreciate everybody that tuned in last night for the conversation. Definitely was a good one. Shout out to Word for popping in. Shout out to the 702 for popping in. Mister, you can catch the replay. Um, it definitely was a good talking conversation. Harry, what's going on, my guy? Definitely was a good one. Again, these type of talks are needed only because we seeing what we're facing right now, and what we're facing right now, we need to really get on board. I don't think that it really should be any type of division when it comes to trying to really get things in order. And again, even last night's conversation was more on the lines of, like I said, your reputation, depending on how you living in life, is supposed to precede you. But if it's preceding you the wrong way, it's gonna make people hard to trust you. Sorry. Like I said, we have brought up situations, and again, I feel that needs to happen all around the board. You know, this way it will give a clearer indentation. We know for a fact that we shouldn't have to see specific situations occurring, especially when it comes down to what's going on in society. We could break some of these cycles and chains. Again, if we just unite and really just, figure out what the problems is, sit down at tables and have talks. You know, you got to try to build some sort of structure. Again, you should want to have at least a decent reputation as far as how you moving, how you living, and just how you building in life. And again, there's certain reputations that people want to take there, but they're not going to get you where they got to get you to in life. Dagmar, what's going on, baby? Miss Tracy, what's going on, baby? The last night was definitely a good talk, and again, appreciate those who popped in last night. We definitely had a good talk, and again, I think at some point it is going to go worldwide, or it might just go, state to state at first. Um, yeah, it should be mandatory DNA testing before you sign any birth certificate or do anything that could possibly jeopardize whatever you're trying to build, especially if you're not too sure. And I've always felt like this is just some things that really we need to come to a conclusion on that. Again, some of you women are going to have to start being more safer in your actions, and even if you're doing whatever, hey, you better know exactly who to go to when the time is right. Don't just pin it on somebody, because you don't know how some people might be thinking or what actions and moves they might be making. And if you pinning a child on somebody that's not theirs, that's going to be the problem. Or if or if they unknowingly are taking care of kids and don't know that they're not theirs, there's going to be a problem. You know, there's different ways to, again, crush some of these problems in one stroke. And again, sometimes a decent conversation is needed, because you would want to know, you know, what's on the minds of some of these people. And it's bad enough because some of y'all are still running around irresponsibly, and you're gonna come across somebody who's just as irresponsible. Like when I was talking about how some of that, how they had that $1 billion in unpaid, child support and all that other stuff or even old child support. Like, come on. But then we know why some of these reasons happen because we have women who are placing the blame on the wrong dudes. And then we just got some dudes that are playing the fool, not really trying to be sure. Listen, man, if you dealing with somebody and you feel it's kind of iffy as far as how she moving, how she doing certain things, you got to start putting on your thinking caps. Again, you could be ruining somebody's potential future by placing blame on somebody. And then think about it. If you placing blame on somebody who ain't even really financially stable to even do anything, you're setting them up for failure. Because now think about it. If they can't pay child support when it's supposed to be paid every month, now they got to pay not just the child support, but they also got to pay them, the RIS, the child support RIS. Like, come on. And that's even extra. So who want to go through all of that? No doubt, Dagmar. See, that's a blessing right there. Um, Definitely, make sure that your father is getting the right type of care too, and prayers, and we here for you. You always here. You family, baby. You stuck with me. You stuck with me like peanut butter and jelly. You stuck with me. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing though. It's not to deter nobody because again, you never know what lies around those corners. But again, you should still be a little bit more wiser. Some of y'all have to stop thinking that pinning responsibilities on people when it ain't really their responsibility is the way to go. No, fellas, you're gonna have to be a little more safe. Again, like I said, just think that and take that into consideration. Be a little more wiser and more smarter. And if you have found somebody that you feel you're gonna build with and y'all gonna grow a clan together, then hey, make sure y'all both on the same accords, and that's it. Make sure y'all don't got no doubts, no nothing. But again, I do feel that's a good tool that's going to be implemented. Because again, you got a lot of people who actually think that they're parents and they're not. And then you got a lot of them who are probably messing up their potential futures because now they got to be stuck doing something that they don't necessarily have to do. Shoot, I remember. I can remember a while back heard a story and it wasn't even really a story. It actually was some facts to that. Um, that's why I'm saying it is important though for you fellas to be mindful and be careful. But then it's also a lesson for y'all. Also, don't accept something that shouldn't be accepted, and that's the honest facts right there. You messed up your potential career of even being in the league basically because you got stuck thinking that you got 3 kids and come to find out ain't none of them yours. Then you finding out years down the line. That it's not like you found out right away. No, you find out years down the line. Years down the line. That's not right. You just basically stop somebody's potential growth. Because you know, like most men, at least the real men, they're not gonna sit there and just leave the wife for Dolly like that. Not unless it's necessary. All right, I gotta go do this. I gotta do this. You know, this is for us. That's different. But we ain't just going up and leave you on some next stuff. Nah, that's not it. It's really not. No, the real men are gonna protect and do what's necessary. You know, the key thing to everything is just being honest and just being upfront, and that's really about it. Oh, and another thing, I'm gonna say this again to some of you adult, well, no, some of you young-minded adults out there. Can't call you grown-ups. Again, we're gonna need y'all to stop setting the wrong examples. Stop setting the bad examples at all times and at all costs. Because some of y'all are really playing and treading a dangerous line. It seems like some of y'all really want to do certain things, or just you want to be curious. Well, remember that old saying, curiosity killed the cat? It did. You're gonna be too nosy and you're gonna get what's coming to you. You're not gonna like what's coming to you. And I say that because you don't know what could be the situation. You don't know if the person that's there could be armed or not. And what you gonna do then? How you gonna explain that, or how's anybody gonna explain that to the rest of your family? Well, Dagmar, I could say as of lately, yeah. As of the previous year, because a lot of people ain't parenting, but the real ones who are parenting, a lot of them are here. A lot of them just had kids that just graduated this year, and again, congratulations to all the proud parents that just had previous graduations or their kids moving on to the next steps in life. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Uncle L, what's going on, my guy? You know, but it's sad though because again, some of y'all treading a dangerous line. Prime example: last night I'm at work, just just ended the live actually, and you know, couple grown ups, couple kids trying to walk through an area they ain't supposed to be walking through. Like, what are you doing? First of all, if you see something closed or even if it was fake dummy lock, you don't know, somebody could have still been there. Why would you try to walk in there and don't know what you walking into? Now, what if somebody would have been in that corner besides me and would have knocked you out with a hammer or would have knocked you out with a wrench? You not thinking. Some of y'all really think it's a game until y'all get yourselves hurt. And then again, how you going to explain to your family how you got yourselves hurt or possibly killed? I'll wait on that because that need to be a worldwide public service announcement. Some of y'all really act like you don't care to a degree, and some of y'all doing things because you feel that's just what you gonna do. But again, you gonna find out. Curiosity always killed that cat. Kid you not on that one. You know, and again, you just setting the wrong examples because you got young kids with you. Why would you even be trying to get into a restricted area in the first place? First of all, ain't nobody even outside. Why are you not going home? That's the problem. Again, this is what I spoke about last time. Some of y'all having y'all kids out all hours of the night. At a certain time, it's time to bring them kids home. I don't care if it is summertime. Bring them kids home. What's wrong with y'all? Knowing there be terrible things happening late in the evening like that, and those be the times sometimes they be the most things happening. And you'll hear about them come early morning. And I'm quite sure you ain't trying to be a victim of casualty out here, especially if you ain't from out here. I'm sorry, but you just doing too much. And a lot of you parents need to get it together for real. London, what's going on, baby? I already know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. I think that's a problem right there. Some of y'all really setting your kids up for failure. Set them up for greatness, man. Like, stop being immature parents. I could say you're being immature because you're not throwing logic out there. And how you want your kids not to do certain things but then you moving a certain way. Just saying. You want your kid not to be a scammer. I don't think you should be scamming or doing anything along those lines in front of them or around them, or they shouldn't get wind that you're doing something like that. Again, set a better example. It's about that time now. Kid you not. Like last night, that could have been a bad situation because, for example, if I was an armed one, now if I'd have thought you was doing something out that, if I thought you was doing something out of the realms of what I thought you was doing, I'd have had to do what I had to do. Just as simple as that. I probably would have had to put a bullet or let some warnings off on you because guess what? Now you are invading property and you're doing too much. And then you got youngins with you. Like, go home at a certain time. Y'all really need to start bringing y'all kids home at a certain time. Y'all think it's still old? No, streets are still what it is. The streets at a certain time. I don't care if you somewhere where you think it's safe. After a certain time, there is no such thing as safe. You're gonna go through something throughout the evening, one way or another. Cass, what's going on, baby? BMF, what's going on, my guy? Saying like there should be no reason why 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, you still outside with these kids like that. Now my thing is, if it ain't nothing open, especially if ain't no bathrooms open, you will want to go home. Like what? Like what are we doing here? Again, you got to start leading them by better examples. I think at a certain time you should be taking your kids home anyway, especially if they under a certain age. You should be taking them home because anything is possible or liable to happen in the streets, especially late night. If all you know, it could be something going on and you and your family get caught in the crossfire. You gotta think before you just keep doing the things you don't. Frugal Mama, what's going on, baby? Oh wow, that's crazy. Um, don't even pay that no mind. If it didn't come from the people themselves, if they didn't come from the actual people themselves, then you should be good. Just focus on what you focus on. Congratulations. Oh yeah, congratulations to everybody who just got monetized, recently monetized, or partially monetized on their way too. And shouts to those who grinding and getting their sub counts up. Just keep doing what you're doing, put in the work, and that's it. Just the simplest things like that. Just encourage something good. Even when you're adults, you can still be encouraging. But stop encouraging the madness. Like, because again, that could have been a situation last night where even if it would have went left, it wouldn't have went to left, but you still would have ended up having to explain to everybody else why I had to do what I did to you. Or anybody else for that matter, because you don't know who could have been on. That's what I'm saying. Think before you do. Some people are just not going to tolerate too much. And some people actually keep that notion of, I just want a smooth shift. Even if I just got to do the simplest thing like a report, I'm good. Everything else, I'm not going for it. If I got to do what I got to do, so be it. No, it ain't playing cop or none of that shit. I'm just one of them dudes that I keep it real. I like to have a smooth shift sometimes, especially if I already had enough to deal with, like I did yesterday. Wasn't trying to hear that. Go home. And then this the problem with some of y'all. When somebody is telling you something and correcting you on something, y'all want to still, you know, go back and forth. There is no going back and forth. There shouldn't be no going back and forth when there's common logic and common sense and you know you're wrong. Whatever you trying to justify, however you trying to justify, you can't. You can't get mad when somebody is telling you what they should be telling you. You don't even know that could have been dangerous on all accounts because again, you got young kids with you, and it's dark over there. So again, I could have been coming out of nowhere. If I'd have thought it was something else, I would have honestly had to let it over. I would have let off a warning shot. Wouldn't that matter? But it's like the minute you come out and y'all start scurrying the other way. This is the problem with some of y'all. Y'all doing too much of that. Y'all big and bad enough to go, or you big enough to, or brave enough to go in these areas, and then when you get accosted or you get caught, now it's a problem. Nah, you got to chill out. You know, again, that could have been a costly mistake. That could have been you either going to jail for the night, you laying in the hospital for the night. For what? Because you want to be an explorer, especially in the late evening. Like, no, you should be going home, thinking about your safety and your family's safety. And this is the problem with some of y'all. Y'all not thinking like adults here. Ah, man, telling you, you're gonna have to really start, you know, getting back to what's necessary. Especially if some of y'all did come from a background where some of that stuff wasn't really tolerated or played with. Get back to that. There's certain traditions and certain learnings, even by the law of land, that should still be taught. That should still be implemented. That I believe in. All that other stuff y'all thought y'all knew or thought y'all was going to teach, that shouldn't be it. You teaching your kids how to hop a fence, or you teaching your kids how to, you know, get into restricted areas or get into places they really. You're almost teaching them how to break it into. Basically, you're basically teaching them a crime when you're not supposed to be teaching them a crime at all. This is what I'm saying. Some of y'all playing like counter clockwork with your own selves. Because in the same token, you'll say, I don't want my kids to be in there, I don't. But then you're doing certain things around them, or you got people around you that's doing stuff. So they're getting it anyway. Again, you're being a hypocrite. I was trying to wake up to that realization that, this world been changing, and it's changing for the worse right now. You need to try to change it for the better. And this is what a lot of people are trying to do. Trying to basically brace for that impact, basically. And I'm sorry to say, if some of y'all don't have your proverbial seatbelts on, a lot of y'all will perish one way or another. And you will perish the wrong way. You're going to mess up something good you got going. You're going to mess up your family just because of the irresponsible decisions you're making. Chilltown, what's going on, my guy? And that's the problem. You know, some of y'all not thinking clear. If you already got a family, your task and your goal is to make sure you raising your family right, showing them the right stuff. And when they are old enough to make their own decisions, hey, the most you can do is try to at least encourage them to stay on a focused path. No doubt, Cass. Nah, because that's the sad part about it. And I know that Dagmar. That's also it's serious. Like, it's questions like that that should be asked. Like, what are your goals? What are your intentions? And if you do have a family, how do you plan on keeping them safe? Now, again, you got to start thinking more logical and stop making irrational and impulse decisions. Those type of decisions you make They'd definitely be costly. Because if you don't get hurt, if your significant other don't get hurt, your baby mother, whatever you want to call her, don't get hurt, your kid's gonna get hurt. And again, you got kids. If you move in a certain way, you need to change it. So if you was moving and still kind of moving like you in the streets, you need to change that. And I'm talking about men and women. Both of y'all gonna have to get it together. Why? Because again, this is for the safety of your kids. There have been situations where parents have lost their lives and had their kids with them because of specific things, like they either out making drug transactions, doing whatever, whatever, or just out there, just like I said, you hanging out or doing whatever, and that could be a problem too. Just hanging out. People think you got something, you out all hours of the night wild, and guess what? That's what's gonna happen. Anita, what's going on, baby? No doubt, no doubt. Definitely get you some rest. We're gonna need you in the club later, baby. Gonna definitely need you in the club today, baby. You need to shake your hip and do the dip. Serious, what's going on, baby? You know, and again, that's something that we need right now. Clear understanding. Yeah, and for those who weren't aware last night, I'll bring you the good news. Brought her back home last night. Come to find out what the problem was, and it was the medication. So, you know, that's the most important thing. I got a sigh of relief. That's a sigh of relief because again, that's the last of both sets of grandparents. So I'm holding that dear and holding that dear for real. See, I stand on my principles and I say I got my family regardless to what. And that's what a lot of y'all have to do. Start getting your families intact. No doubt, Anita, definitely get you some rest. I better not catch you nowhere neither. I'm a sick. Matter of fact, Anita, before you leave, I better not catch you nowhere because you know what's up. You know what's up. We ain't playing with you today, Anita. We ain't playing with you today. We acting a little oppy today. Nah, but definitely get you some rest, sis. Definitely see you later on. Thank you, London. Appreciate you. That was one of the damn Christmas videos that ain't make the YouTube short, so it is what it is. Um, yeah, serious. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody. Yeah, because yeah, it was kind of a scare. But again, this is why you always try to tell people too. Just make sure you're aware of what's going on. No matter what. And I would tell a lot of y'all that still lucky to have grandparents, even if you still got both sets of grandparents. You have to learn to definitely appreciate them. Because again, once both is gone, that's it. Like I said, I knew none of my grandfathers but by stories. Lost one grandmother, like I said, and I'm not trying to hear that about this one. So I'm on her neck like everything. Still love her though. I'm making sure she doing what she gotta do too. So but that's the main thing. Just checking in on family. And that's sometimes what you gotta do too. Checking in on family. Like I said, even if it's a 5 minute call, it don't matter. Definitely try to visit when you can. Do the best possible things for those, especially those grandparents who are up there in age. So I'm gonna say that I don't care if you're a young adult, you're a teen, or you're a grown, full grown adult. Love and preserve life and respect life as it is, and try to take in the grand moments that you can, because when those moments are gone, the only thing you will have left is memories. You know. But I felt like even last night that was a problem right there. People just not respecting life. Because again, I didn't have to be at my job. That could have been anywhere else. If you'd have thought to be stupid knowing that you had them kids with you, you'd have set yourself up for failure. Why? Because now if both get arrested, who's taking the kids? And I said that before. And if you ain't got no immediate people around to take those kids, what you think gonna happen? And depending on what you did anyway, and they gotta hold you, yeah, you ain't coming out right away. Not unless you got good money or a good lawyer. Some of y'all really don't even present yourselves like you got a good lawyer. So I think you should chill out. And if you end up doing something that can end up getting you some sort of fed time, you definitely better chill out. And for some of y'all should think about it. The loss of a kid, for some of y'all parents, the loss of a kid on either angle, that should speak in volumes. If you lost your kids due to senseless violence, whether they was innocent bystanders or they was actually out there doing what they was doing, or if you lose your kids through the system, that's a hurtful feeling. That should be a hurtful feeling for a lot of y'all. It really should be. Again, you got to think, you know, you're not going to be able to sit there and do as much, especially if somebody gone. And then if you did have things planned and, you know, that it seemed like it's just a faded memory, that's a hurtful feeling for most people who got a common sense or got a common heart or just got straight up common knowledge. That's gonna hurt. On all bullets, it's gonna hurt. And again, a lot of times you have to think before you do things. And if you got kids, you definitely have to think more now than ever. No, again, because you don't want to have a situation where you're planning somebody's funeral or your family is possibly planning all your funerals. No, and I think that's a problem right there that we face. You know, there's spirits that's working hard, but we gotta literally see past them spirits and fight past them. Again, because the common target right now ain't even us. It's them kids. It's them youth that's coming behind us. And again, some of y'all parents, instead of just showing them the disrespectfulness, instead of just showing them things you shouldn't have to show them, you need to get them more focused on trying to help build future markets. Again, y'all forgetting that it's certain job markets that are going to be out of reach at some point, especially if things are moving the way it's moving, even though we know it's kind of premature. But again, some of y'all better start looking into other trades or start possibly building your own trades. Telling you really don't want to have that problem. You don't want to have a problem to where now you can't eat, your kids can't eat, your family can't eat. Now y'all gotta do whatever just to scrap. Again, I would advise some of y'all to start getting into certain licenses because like especially in the city, because they not playing that. If you don't have a vendor's license, a proper license for anything, even a food license, they will shut you down. I've seen a couple people already getting shut down. Thought you was gonna be able to grill and do certain things. No, they're not playing no more. You cannot grill in certain areas no more. I don't care if you are on the streets. And again, if you ain't got no proper licenses or papers to prove otherwise, they will take your stuff away. Y'all remember a few lives ago, I remember telling y'all I was walking past a barbecue and the cops was actually taking the whole grill even while I was still smoking. So that means those people didn't even get a chance to, I don't even know if that was a birthday party or whatever, but it didn't matter. They was not trying to hear it. Again, if they feel that type of way, trust me, they gonna do what they do. But again, you're supposed to enjoy the simple things in life, but also try to build something better for your life too. For the people around you. Again, it's time to start thinking. You gotta take the proper course of playing to just make sure your legacy is intact. And again, some of these markets are about to go down the drain. You need to start preparing your kids to start being in future trades, future markets, even when it comes down to social media. Get them kids in tune and get them right. If you feel you're not right, get yourself right as well too. Ain't nothing wrong with learning. I know some parents right now that are doing the same thing. They teaching their kids as they learn certain things. Because you're never too old to learn something again. But there's some things that should never be forgotten. Again, how you was raised will dictate how you raise your own. And if you was raised with the proper respect, the proper balance, and just the proper know-how to know, when to push forward and when to step back, and you good. Appreciate y'all for dropping links and showing love in here. Definitely some good people and content creators in here. Good supporters. And the mixture of both. And again, I think that's a way to look at it. You can't sell yourself short. You can't sell your legacy short. Do what's proper. Raise your kids right. Try to show them the better things in life without having to necessarily having to break bonds, without having to burn bridges or tear down and destroy everything around it. Seriously. When you stand on principles, you have to stand on them. Like I just heard something earlier when I was coming out earlier. The lady got her kids with, or the lady and her husband got the kids with them. I guess they about to go try to get their hustle on to do whatever. I see it had a whole bunch of coolers. And one of the kids said something in particular, and you ain't talking to me. I'm a whole grown woman. Number one, I'm your mother. Number two, number three. Don't think just because you getting of a certain age, I still can't come back and backslap. I felt that right there because again, even to a certain degree, because we know when they get to a certain stage, they're gonna start testing their hand. But again, as parents, you gotta do what's necessary. You have to set discipline. You have to instill that, and then you also gotta just stand together. Both parents, if you're making both decisions that's affecting the kids, you gotta make sure that y'all both stand together on it. If y'all both are saying that the kid need to be punished for whatever reason, especially if they did something that they know they wasn't supposed to do, then y'all both got to stand on it. It can't be one saying, "Oh, I let your father calm down," and I or let your mother calm down. You could nah. Y'all both need to stand firm on that. That's what I'm saying. You have to really think about that. And some things you not going to be able to replace, and there's some things that you shouldn't have to worry about replacing. Again, think before you do. But again, y'all should start buckling down with your kids. Start showing them greater things, and still get them involved with whatever programs may be left right now. Or, like I said before, start trying to put something in the pot so y'all can start building your own. Start doing your own. This way you could start to break some of the chains in your communities again. Start bringing back the things that the kids need. Because again, some kids are not going to, all kids are not going to be interested in the same things. But if you're taking away a lot of the programs that would, help benefit them and help their minds expand, not just beyond, but, far beyond, then you leaving them left with nothing basically. Again, they are going to be the future. When we're long gone, they're going to be here. They're going to be here. So we got to start taking them necessary. But again, some people have to love the process. I've always felt that way. And again, your goal as a parent, your guardian, whatever it is that you are right now, even if you just temporarily being a guardian, or are you adopting kids into your household, you have to think about it. You are accepting a responsibility, so you have to take that far on. And again, you even have to teach them. Teach them the proper course of action when it comes to specific situations. Teach them not just the basics, but teach them as much as you could possibly teach them, and teach them the right things. Don't teach them that falsehoods that they try to teach. Teach them what's right, so they can decipher everything as they move accordingly. Again, you want to try to be the most vocal and the most visual part of your kid's life, and you definitely want to be the most, active. And some people let their reputations just go to waste. They let their reputations go to bad. Again, if you out here being irresponsible and you just bringing kids in the world without trying to show no love or no nothing, and that's a blessing, yeah, you need to not reproduce no more until you know what it really is to be a parent. Tanya, what's going on, baby? Sorry, I'm thinking along the scales here. Um, some people that just don't understand. You have an obligation to not just be a strong parent, but to be a wise parent as well. And we know it's not easy as it comes. In the beginning, you're gonna have your rough patches. And again, it's not perfect, but you should want to at least make sure that you're being the best parent that you can be. You know, some people are gonna not say fail, but you know they're gonna get a few steps wrong in the beginning. But the main thing to remember is that you're gonna get it back. Don't let your kids fall down a hole that they can't get out of neither. But, talks like this are going to have to continuously happen because, again, people need to wake up. The ones that know they should be woken up, they need to be woken up. And again, not by falsehoods that people see, especially when it comes to big names. No, just get back to being woke as far as law of the land. Got to get back to that again. See, like last night's conversation was definitely a good one because I felt that was needed. Again, some of y'all let your reputations go to waste or go to the bad because you are allowing certain things to continuously happen around you. Like again, if you're moving irresponsibly, you're bringing kids into the world, and you ain't planning on trying to bond with them or even try to build some sort of foundation with them, then you really don't need to be reproducing. Or if they find out you're reproducing, they need to take your kid away from you. And there's some people who actually get their kids taken away from the system the minute they know that they having a baby. Oh yeah, snatch them up. Why? Because they already know you're that irresponsible, and that would be the worst thing again. You bringing kids into the world or trying to hide bringing kids into the world, and then look, again, you have to be responsible in the things that you do, especially when you have kids involved. But it's just it's weird though because again, things that we are not really accustomed to seeing, we seeing them all too often and far too often. And again, we're gonna have to start, breaking down some of these barriers that are needed. But again, if you value your family and you value everything around it and you cherish it so dearly, just make sure you being safe in whatever it is that you're doing. Again, because it's gonna be a problem. Again, y'all got to stop being out all hours of the night with your kids because it's not the way to go. It's not the way to go. 'Cause you gonna end up hurting yourself or hurting your family because you jeopardizing their life by just moving all crazy, especially when you know you out and about in these streets. Again, life preservation and safety. That should be the number one option when it comes to your family. Another way some people get their reputations kind of messed up is when people are trying to agree on the same thing that they know is wrong. Like, again, you putting blame on somebody for being a deadbeat parent when you know they're not a deadbeat parent at all. That leaves a stigma with somebody because regardless to what, now you'll have people thinking twice or even thinking to say, you know what, we made sure because it's look like they look like they ain't gonna be too true to their word. No, shouldn't do that neither. You mess up a lot of people's reputations when you do stuff like that anyway. Again, when you make falsehoods, like false statements and stuff like that. And again, even down to that, so I ain't forget about that neither. It's not just about placing kids on people, but some of y'all really got a problem again with making false accusations on people, especially false accusations that can mess up people's lives. And I feel once you mess up somebody's life, you deserve to catch all the consequences that's with it. I'm sorry. If you're gonna lie like that to a point where you messed up somebody's livelihood, you don't deserve no type of remorse. You need to just take all the punishment that's coming with it. And I feel that's another crime too. Because again, making false statements. That is a crime. I don't care if it is a petty crime. You're making false statements. You're lying and falsifying something that's not right. Again, got to get down to that point of being more logical and more mature. If you're hurt behind some reason, it doesn't matter. You're gonna have to you're gonna have to stand strong, and you're gonna have to just move on. Should be no reason why some of y'all are playing these dangerous games and tactics with people's lives. That's not the way to go. You know, you have a strong mind and you're supposed to be using it. And you're not supposed to use a small percentage of your brain. You are supposed to use more than what you're using. That's why it's always good to expand your mind and expand your education in more ways than one. You know, again, try to learn what you can learn. Try to change the things that you can change. You know, you can make a difference regardless. Letitia, what's going on, baby? You already know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. If y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. You know, I had to chime in with y'all for the morning wake and bake. I know that already. You know, again, just be thankful, be mindful, be grateful for your life. And if you got family, like I said, you a parent, got kids, biological or adopted, don't matter. Guardianship don't matter. Do what's necessary and do the right things for those youth. You know, again, try to show them something better. You know, and again, you can't keep counteracting yourself. Um, can't say you don't want your kids out here stealing, you know, joining any gangs or doing whatever, but you're doing the same damn activity that you don't want them doing. You know, and again, you are stifling their growth and their creativity when you do specific things or you say specific things around. Appreciate you, Sirius, for dropping them links. You rock, baby. Appreciate you too, Chill Town. I see you dropping some of those links in the beginning. This is what I'm saying. You know, what's more important again, your reputation, your freedom, or your life? I asked that question. If you're not asking yourself that question, then that's a serious problem. But, you know, a common conversation that's needed, you know, it could definitely open up doors and it could definitely bring some peace to the minds of the people. But again, expand your mind. You gotta know when to bend and when to fold. That's about it. You know, you gotta be flexible at all costs. My bad, y'all. Again, messages all late. You know, but this is what I'm saying though. common problems that we could fix. We really just need to sit down at the table and have a strong talk and a positive talk. Because again, we can start building, start healing, and start regrowing and start restructuring what we had restructured or was already deconstructed. I'm gonna say that. Again, we gotta think better, move better. And again, even when you have a family, you gotta move as a collective unit. And even when you moving in different roads, you still gotta move as a unit. Because at times it's gonna be critical and it's gonna be showing what family is all about. Tamika, what's going on, baby? And again, love life, live life, and try to be the best in life. So you can really do. And that's the teachings that really should be taught, especially towards the youngins. You got to see something greater than violence, destruction, negativity, disrespectfulness. You got to show them something better again. How can you raise the consciousness of the people if you're not trying to make the conscious effort? And again, you have some situations that we should never have to face at all. But if we not trying to really get together on that accord, we gonna mess up all the time. Again, time to do great works, no matter what it is you're doing. And in other instances, it's time for some of y'all to start being more responsible adults and parents. For the rest who are doing what they gotta do, continuously do what you're doing. God will continue to bless you in more than one way. Again, there's always gonna be bountiful blessings one way or another. And I'm gonna say prayers to those who definitely need it, healing prayers to those who definitely need it. Those who might have just, either had surgery recently or just having specific health problems, whether it's mental or physical. And definitely prayers to those that lost people along the lines. Um, Again, you want to try to see most people succeed and grow. You know, that's the most important thing. We gonna give prayers and condolences again to those who need it, and healing prayers to those who definitely need it. Again, your health and your wealth, they come hand in hand. James, what's going on, my guy? How you feeling today, my guy? You cooling? I think that's the logical sense right now. Just uplifting on all the chords. And again, some people are going to make irrash impulse decisions because they feel hurt, or they trying to, express that same hurt that they've already gone through. But then again, you are still keeping the cycle going when you just don't let go. Sky, what's going on, my guy? That's what's up, James. Like I said, definitely healing prayers to those who need it. Um, the main thing is try to keep yourself strong. Because again, you got other factors to worry about. You shouldn't have to worry about unnecessary violence, unnecessary ignorance, hate, or anything else along those lines, especially when you with family. You gotta focus more on your health and what you can do while you here, especially while you healthy. Again, have a strong conscious mind. and a strong, clear mind too, because you're gonna need it. But again, I feel like last night's conversation was definitely a good one. And there are more like that to come. Because so we can at least reach a bigger demographic so people can actually understand the task at hand. We got to keep going hard. Again, just never quit. You can take a step back, but you don't quit. The key word for the day that I say every day is balance. You need a strong, healthy balance. It's almost the same way with how you eating food. You got to have a clear balance. You take in but this much, you get rid of that much, but you store it what you need to store it. What you done did, what you done did now, Letitia, you guilty. What you done did now. You better not record no accidental snipings up in here, baby. I'm assuming by that, my bad, Tamika. Yeah, you caught an accidental sniping, Letitia. What you doing? What you doing? Mm. Oh, never mind. You good. Don't mind me. I just wanted to blame somebody for something today. But again, you gotta have an equal amount of joy and pain. You know, love and just respect and just humbleness. Always accidentally doing something. I know. I know I blamed you for something. Nah, it's all good though. It happens. But again, a strong talk, ain't nothing wrong with that. Because again, some of y'all got to get out of that pride, and that's what will mess up a decent reputation if you have one. And some people don't necessarily have a good reputation, and a lot of it shows by their actions, their characteristics, just the things that they do day in and day out. And even with those who have bad reputations, some of them just don't care. They want to be that way. But again, this is the part of the ignorance that we don't need. This is a part of division that's going to continuously have us not building together. Everybody got to either be right or be over somebody. Nah, it's not that. We are coming to conclusions that we need to build and stand together because there's things that are being broken down and taken away, and we're not fighting. We're fighting for all the wrong reasons instead of the right reasons. It's time to really like take that into full blown consideration. Because how far you want to sit back before it's too late to really create any opportunities? You want to create the most opportunities you can. So again, it gives a blueprint. It gives a stern foundation for when the futures come along, they be good. Even if it's something family owned. You could keep the wealth or keep whatever in the family and everything, will be just fine. Willis, what's going on, my guy? And again, time to take a step forward and a logical step forward. What's going on, Bob?
All right.
All right, man. Yeah, my fault, y'all. Trying to see how far that truck thought it was going. You know, I gotta be nosy. If something crash, I will be getting footage. That's what I'm gonna start doing at some point. Start catching some things on here. Some of them might not make the shorts. Some of them will. Some of them, when I'm live, you're gonna catch it. You know, but again, a false sense of pride and a false sense of arrogance will mess up a decent reputation. And some people allow these things to get messed up because they allow the wrong type of energies and spirits to come and plague it too. Again, think strong, think clear, think logical. You know, you gotta keep all the good vibes around you. You know, and keep all the good opportunities as well. And again, you would want to try to teach better and do better. So this way, the youth could bring something. Again, you never know what they could end up bringing. They could actually bring something as far as future markets is concerned, just by simple ingenuity, and all of us could do it. Riders, what's going on, baby? I had hit the like on your live button. I had to start this live. I ain't even. I got your notification hella late, but I did hit the like button though. I'm gonna definitely have to catch the replay. You know, but I know what you've been speaking on mostly, and it's true. You know, there's a lot of different fields that's about to be xed out to some degree, and the ones that's not going to be xed out, you know, that's only because there's only so much a machine can do. You know, so again, you got to just think. You know, it's time for y'all to get into specific trades or start bringing new trades to the market. You know, because again, prime example, you a customer service rep. At some point, they ain't gonna be using the AIs for that. You're gonna be definitely using a lot of voice recorded or voice animated, whatever. Same thing like with certain things, like it's not gonna be necessary. So again, you better get in tune. Definitely get in tune. You know, you can't let nobody interrupt the process of you know building a strong foundation. Again, you got to put in the necessary steps, give the necessary education where it's due, and then you bear fruits. You're gonna need to. Again, start getting into situations where you can start having family owned business or whatever. You know, you can't expect things to work again if you're not going to put in the work. And again, that's just even like prime example for those who are on here that's building. You need to find a way in the niche. You need to find a way in a specific niche on here that's going to be beneficial and works for you. And also, in the same token, you have to be mindful of what's going on. If you want to build on here, just build organically. Again, you've seen some people who you could tell like I said, they took the shortcut route just to get where they had to get to. So again, think if I go to build organically or what? Yeah, it rained. It rained yesterday. It rained It rained for a couple hours yesterday. Mm. But again, you gotta think those type of situations. You can't negate at all. Be prosperous and be you know straightforward with what you're doing. Be honest with yourselves. Be honest with the people. You're gonna grow. What's going on? What you want? You want beef, son? I fight dogs now, son. But you are supposed to leave something for the legacy, regardless to what. Like You had some big mamas who was, you know, they was definitely leaving something for the family, especially something that could have been beneficial. And some of those ones actually did what they were supposed to do. Yeah, others they ain't do so much, and then wondered why, things didn't go well for them because you didn't think carefully. When you are bestowed a blessing, especially if it's in the form of money, I don't care how much money it is. You're supposed to be wise and intelligent and make the careful moves, even if it's investing something. Again, you have to invest in your future, just like some of you parents. You have to invest in your kids' future. And again, don't live through them as far as live your dreams out through them. No, let them carve their way, but still be a vocal, and visual, and an active part of your kid's life. Again, you have to train them, and you have to train them while they're young. You have to definitely give them the real lessons while they're young because when they get older, it's going to get crucial. But even on here, with some of y'all building, again, build organically. Again, it don't make sense to try to take a shortcut and you still got certain things you're going to have to do. Like how I spoke the other day, you got some people who, built their platforms too quickly. But then still in that same token, they don't have a bunch of people in their chat really talking and they not getting those watch hours the way you think they're getting them. Again, you cheating your way out of real success if you try to build that way. And that's what's up, riders. That's what I'm saying. Build organically no matter what you're doing. You'll reap and see the benefits. When you taking that shortcut to success, sometimes it ain't gonna be as successful as you think. Mookie, what's going on? Again, happy Friday and a blessed Friday to everybody that just pulled in. Um, I had to chime in with the people for the wake and bake session. And again, just think carefully. Angela, what's going on, baby? Top of the morning to those on the west. Shoot, almost top of the afternoon to everybody on my side. And top of the evening to those in the UK. Oh yeah, I forgot. Do this the right way. Happy Saturday to the future babies. Oh man, it's good to even just do stuff like this. Like prime example, building organically, meeting new people as you go, just getting the vibes and just feeling the vibes. Period. Just growing organically. Building something of substance with people that have substance. That's the most important thing to remember too. Like some people, you can't build a legacy off of falsehood and a lie. I don't care how you try to wrap it around. I don't care how you try to, you know, fake patch it up or do whatever. It's still gonna have that feeling of, artificialness. You want to be as organic as possible. This is how I feel. Again, you're gonna have some people who are building organically, and they're gonna get to those. They're gonna get to those subs. They're gonna get to whatever. Then you gonna have those, like I said again, who they gonna take the easy route. But the easy route don't always mean the best route. Sometimes remember that. And at some point, it will backfire. Yeah, I kind of figured that part, Tanya. That was one thing I was hearing about when I first heard anything about that. Because again, you got to look at some things like, nah, there's no way you gonna tell me in this many days this person, nah, something ain't right. If the math ain't mathing, then it speaks volumes. Again, somebody is not moving as organic as they should. No, again, you just got to have careful planning and careful execution of things that you do. You have to do what you see is fit. You got to make sure that it's also legit and make sure that you reap the benefits. Oh man. But, until some people actually, you know, get that real strong message, we just gonna have to keep bringing it out. Real same message with you. They probably would too. But again, you want to build organically, man. There's no stronger feeling than knowing that you built something from the ground up with your bare hands or whatever, and or even with your mind. You built something and you built it the right way. You moved the way you were supposed to move. You took the necessary steps, especially to keep peace and freedom and everything else around it. So yeah, you want to have to stand on it and make sure you still building organically. You can't build organically at first and then start taking shortcuts. Nah, that's not the way that it works. Some people feel you're gonna have to travel a shortcut life, but nah. Shortcuts always lead to some sort of headache. Gotta build organically. Take your time and build organically. There's nothing in life is gonna come cheap and easy, and nothing in life you know, is gonna be a shortcut. You have to take your time and carefully plan your next steps of success and your next steps of prosperity. Just keep yourself surrounded by positive talks, positive vibes. And again, just build the best way. You don't have to necessarily take an unnecessary step for greatness. Not unless you really have to. Sometimes you might have to, but that would be a good situation because it's happened for some people. Took an unnecessary step, but it got to where they need to be. Oh, that's crazy. I ain't even know that part. Well, still learning something new every day. So what I'm saying is just some things I ain't gonna be delving into or wasting my time on because I'm just gonna build organically. I can only focus on my platform, but I just looked at some situations even when I was ghost watching. I'm like, did I just see something wrong? I could have swore this person only had this amount yesterday. How they done tripled up already? And that's what I'm saying. When the math ain't mathing, I already know what to go by. You taking a shortcut. Unless you really got a bunch of people that was rocking with you already, like you lost the page and now everybody is regaining back on that page. That's something different. I've seen some people do it legit, but then you got others that for a fact it don't look right. EPB, what's going on? Oh no, I know that part, Tanya. That's why I'm saying when the math ain't mathing, you can already tell something wrong. See, like I was telling somebody the other day, I wouldn't care if it was one person in the chat or a million people in the chat. My focus is clear. I'm going to get these messages out. I'm gonna do what's necessary and have a good talk with the people, and I'm gonna let y'all have some fun. I ain't changed nothing different, so I don't think I should have to change anything different. If I do put something different into it, y'all know it. I'll let y'all know before anything. But again, just building organically. Like some people will say, "Oh, you should have had." Nah, I don't need all of that right now. Like I said, when it does come time to it, it'll happen. It don't even necessarily have to happen. I went honest kid. Or what? You get 100K subs? What? You supposed to get some sort of silver plaque or something like that? From what I was seeing, or anything over 100,000, man. Listen, I'm good. I don't need no plaque. That plaque ain't gonna do me nothing. I'm sorry, it's not. Unless I can pawn it and get some money. Shoot, I don't need it. And if it do happen, like I said, it's just gonna be an accomplishment. That's really about it. Again, you got to build organically and just grow organically. And you will, because there's too many damn areas where you could definitely build with the right people. Progress, grow, and just promote. But the main thing to remember is just follow something that's working for you and just stand strong on it. If you on here and you promoting, whether you cooking, you gaming, shoot, you reporting news, blogging, doing whatever, just make sure whatever works for you works for you. Podcasting, whatever. Again, just build and love the process at hand. You're gonna have to build the right way. And then guess what? At some point, you're gonna get exposed for your madness anyway, because again, when the numbers ain't adding up, the math ain't mathing, you gotta worry about them high ups, because they're gonna want to know where you got them from. And even on top of that, definitely they gonna mess with you. And it don't matter, because guess what? If you don't even got proper watch time hours or anything along those sorts, you're not building organically. You're actually building backwards. I'm sorry. What was that old saying? You can't be hustling backwards. And if that's what you're trying to do, hustle. You can't hustle backwards. And that's truthfulness right there. You can't. No matter how you look at it, you got to be as organic as possible. And I think once you get to that step right there, you should know what it is. Yeah, serious. You're gonna see that. You're gonna see a lot of that, man. This is my thing. Just because again you'll get up all of those counts, you get them sub counts up, that don't necessarily mean you done made it. I wouldn't care if you grew 100K subs in like a 2 week span, 3 week span, which is impossible unless you really buying the hell out of subs. Shit, if you get over 20,000 in less than a due time, that means something wrong there. So again, you're gonna have to worry about them high ups. They gonna realize you did something illegal, and then guess what? You gonna mess your page up because they either gonna strike it down, they either gonna take all those subs, and again, you just messing yourself up. You might as well just try to put out the best content you can. Some people hate to go live or do live, but guess what? You do a live, don't matter if it's an hour and a half, even 2 hours. Shoot, if you feel like a live is worth a half an hour or 40 minutes, that's even better. You're still putting out some content because you're giving people time to watch. And if you only need technically 3 to 5 minutes, to count that as a actual watch and whatever, you can build that. Some people like uploads, but if you want to do uploads, make sure they upload with something that the people actually want. At some point, y'all got to realize that going against the grain and building artificially, it ain't gonna be good for you. It's not. And again, you should know what's what when you could tell when somebody is doing it organically and when somebody is not. Because I peeped it myself. I watched, and I'm using you, realist. I'm throwing you under the damn bus today. Well, not really. I'm just throwing you in front of the bus as an example. I watched this man sit here and have people actually talking in the chats. So I know he ain't bought no subs. Brooklyn, what's going on, baby? But I've seen some people that had just about the same amount of subs as him or even more, and you barely got three people, if that, in that chat really talking. Everything else seemed to be you talking with yourself, basically. You talking with the AIs in your damn chat. You know, again, build organically. The people gonna come one way or another. And you know why I say some people got to stop focusing on numbers? Because guess what? If I was to focus on numbers every day, I could tell you who actually is watching and who's not watching. But I'm not doing all of that. Like again, you say it's 10 people watching me right now. But it's probably more than 10. It's probably like 30, 40 people watching, maybe 50 people. Again, I don't go by numbers. You know, but some people got to stop focusing on that. Because again, what's those numbers going to get you? You know, and that's the thing though. You should want to take your time and build your platform organically because again, that shows great characteristics that also shows grit and determination. And that shows the people that you don't necessarily again have to take a shortcoming or a short step for greatness. You know, again, think before you do. With 702, what's going on, baby? And I tell you, stop coming in here and not saying nothing. Clap you in your neck. Damn it. You gonna make me karate chop you in front of all these ladies today. Coming in here and not saying nothing. Care about your 30 minutes. Now stop playing with you. Before you start getting all sensitive, I don't want to hear that again. But hopefully you get your glasses or whatever, you know, so you can see when this right hook is coming. Told you stop being disrespectful when you come in here. Nah, but I'm saying just think. You know, you got to think about the best possible courses of action, and when you take them, follow the process. If I felt I was going to go any type of way, I would have did it already, and then again, I would have did all that for nothing when I was already building and doing what I was supposed to be doing from jump. Now, just imagine if I had thought to try to, you know, go the legal route with it, or take the easy way out with it. I probably would have lost some of my subs. I definitely would have lost some watch hours. You know, and that would have set me back. You know, you gotta think before you do. Definitely appreciate y'all for dropping links, showing love. Yeah, I know, Tanya. I know I'm messing with you, Miss 702. Look, don't look, I told you, don't get sensitive today. They're gonna make me karate chop you again. I want you to see where this left karate chop is coming from. Like, nah, y'all good in here. You know, and again, hopefully everybody is enjoying a Friday. Yes, it is a thankful, blessed Friday. You know, but again, you know, love what process you got going. Oh snap! I hear you. I hear you, BMF. Make sure you got your water next to you, son, because it's still hot. I'm cooling though. I'm outside, you know, chiming it up with the people. You know, I had to do my little morning session with the people. I still got some errands to run in a little bit. I had to take me a break though. Um, yeah, this the life when you don't go to sleep anyway, coming home from work. So, but at least I don't gotta be in so early tonight. So, you know, it'll be something good tonight. Like I said, I'll definitely be bringing some music this early afternoon. Yeah, Miss 702, you still owe me an album. Get your butt in the studio and stop playing with me, man. I definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in. Just had to have that light conversation with the people today. I mean, again, we got to see something better. You know, there's just some things we're not going to be able to just keep overlooking, underlooking, or just ignoring. Got to face the facts one way or another. If you're not moving the way you should be moving, if you're not preparing the way you should be preparing, you're setting yourself up for certain danger and failure. Who want to keep failing? You know, and be mindful. Love the process that's happening. And again, build organically. I think that's what is needed right now. Just build organically. Once you do that, we could get back to a common ground, and we could also just, shoot for the stars. That's what we all supposed to be doing. No matter how you look at it, that is what we're technically supposed to be doing. But all in all, though, there will be a part two to that conversation from last night. Because again, multiple ways and factors to break something down. We have to get to the common logic and just start building from there. But you can't build if you still, you're still divided. You're divided amongst, personal beliefs and teaching, so on and so forth. You know, got to be better. Got to be better, and we can. Um, but all in all, though, no, I had to chime in with y'all. It's about that time. It's time for me to figure out this lunch. Um, but again, I will be trying to bring some music early afternoon. It could be early. 'Cause I definitely plan on showing some love and support to some people. I probably could do an open panel tonight. Might not, depending on how I feel. And it's only because again I'm trying to support everybody I know will be doing something today anyway. So, and I feel like I've been missing in certain spots. So, you know, but if I do an open panel, it will be earlier than expected. So, ain't gotta worry about no late night or nothing like that. I know definitely it'll be an early one. Give or take, I'm gonna try to do this music around 5. And again, if I do the open panel tonight, it'll be definitely before 9 o'clock. Or it could start around there, depending. I don't know. But we'll figure that out though, definitely, because we still got the whole day to recognize and do whatever. So, and again, build organically, and build what's necessary. When you build organically and build successfully, you can set a blueprint and show a blueprint to people who are coming on here. Like I said, you know, think before you do. Love, baby, what's going on, baby? Over here coming on late to church, baby. I think that's the best way to do it. Continuously believe in yourself, believe in the steps that you're taking, you know, and definitely reevaluate if you feel you need to change one or two things. You know, you don't got to sit here and put yourself in a messed up position or even a crazy position just to build. Again, some of y'all got to stop jumping out the window. You think just because you buying subs or because you think nobody knows that you're building the wrong way that people won't find out. Trust me, they'll find out. And again, the numbers will show. The numbers will always show because the numbers will always tell the story. See, I can use me for prime example again. There was one live I knew for a fact that even when I did see 30 people in it that said it was 30 people watching, there was actually 200 people watching. And this is before I got monetized. I forget which live it was. But again, it was over 200 people watching when it was over. I still don't care about the numbers. Again, you're going to have those who are going to be catching replays, those who are going to be in the shadows watching, whether they really support you or not. You know, oh, I know that part, Tanya. I know. That's still going to take time to build, even if you do it the right way. No way you get 1,000 subs within a day's time, 2 days time. You'll be lucky if you get it within a week's time. Because again, some people not going to resonate with your content, and some people are going to sub and unsub. Some people are not going to do the right things to be counted as a sub. So again, it's always going to be a hit and miss with that. There are different ways that people are going to grow, but they grow organically. But then you're going to have those who just, for a fact, they ain't going, man, they ain't getting no damn subs like that, man. And you know that. See, and that's the thing, though. You know, that is necessary truth, though. It depends on what's what. But if you just the low tier, how you would call them, then you got to grind. And the best way to grind again is just being organic. Again, just remember that key to success a lot of times is just organic building. Don't grow artificially. Again, love what you doing and make it stick and make it stand. But I'll definitely be back later on this afternoon. I'm definitely go check on the grandmother and make sure she good since she back home, and get a few things out the way. And yeah, I'll definitely do whatever because I don't gotta be to work till late tonight. So you might get the triple play, but there are certain ways that you will grow organically, and then you're gonna have those that ain't growing organically. But again, it depends on the content creator and what the content is. But again, I would advise you to do it the best way and do it the right way. You know, and just love whatever process is being presented and just do what you got to do. Buzzy, you late, baby. um, you gonna have to catch the replay, baby. That's what I'm saying. When you got things like that, that's when you know somebody is doing something. Cause I've seen it. I've seen somebody channel that had over a certain amount and then they views didn't match up. There's no way you gonna tell me you got if you didn't get 0 views. No way you gonna tell me you got this many subs and you not even getting that many likes on the video. Number one, and you don't got that many people active. Telling you, gotta think. No way you gonna tell me you did either upload or live, and you mean to tell me the most views you probably got is 10, maybe 20 views. No, that's a problem right there. That means either A, you ain't putting in that work, or you brought some of your damn subs. You brought some of your quote unquote success. But we not doing that over here. We just gonna continuously build and build organically. You know? But I'm about to try to, like I said, I'm gonna make sure she good. She probably gonna want some lunch. Yeah, I'm gonna be the fake Uber today and go make sure she good. Um, but I'll definitely be back this afternoon with the music. Could be around 5 or 6. And if I do open panel tonight, it'll be early. Um, but definitely appreciate everybody that tuned in. Hopefully, those who catch this replay did get something out of this too. And if you missed last night's conversation, definitely go check it out because we definitely was cooking in here last night. That's what we're gonna do mostly. We're gonna cook up in here, man. You know? But let me get up on up out of here. Um, oh, and again, if you out and about, you doing whatever it is you're doing for the weekend, make sure again you safe. Make sure you got enough water and fluids around you. Just be observant at all times because again, we right now in a crazy world and they doing a little bit too much. So you want to try to keep yourself as safe as possible, especially your family. So, but I'll be back later on. Every day that I'm able to get up and talk to the people, in my opinion, and shoot, not just my opinion, that's just in my spirit. This is a blessing. So we'll continue to do so. You know, later for the naysayers, we're gonna do what's necessary right now. So if y'all just tuned in, um, definitely hit the like button or catch the replay. Y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay game. Shout out to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. And for everybody that was in attendance today, you already know that love is love and they'll be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I can do is give you real. That's all I'm gonna do is give you real topics and real bills. And it could be a little different Friday. This music will be a little different today. Don't worry, I'm digging in the crates Y'all done messed up now. Y'all brought out my pettiness kind of last night. Couldn't give you the extendo clip, but I'm gonna be giving them extendos today, baby. But nah, y'all definitely go on and enjoy yourselves. And again, hopefully all y'all get through the work day. And if you gotta work tonight, like most people, yeah, hopefully y'all have a smooth one. And this is what's always gonna happen here. Strong, logical talking and conversation. Oh yeah, I can't just leave out like that. I forgot y'all, man. I forgot y'all. I forgot. I can't do this all the time. But I'm gonna do this today, baby. So, do you feeling happy today? Say that now, realist again, till you start licking you in your eyeball. I'm telling you, my dog gangster, son. Telling you, my dog a gangster. But no, this is what you're gonna get though. And that's what I'm gonna continue to bring. Share balance, especially on this app of ours. I'm gonna try to bring the most share balance I possibly can. So, I definitely appreciate it, y'all. And I'll definitely be back later. Y'all stay safe. Keep that third eye open. Until the next live. Oh, wait a minute. I can't do that just yet neither. Shout out to getting all my members of the Eulogy family, baby. Don't worry, at some point I got some members only lives coming up. Definitely some good ones. So, like I said, I'm working and I'm cooking. So, but y'all stay safe. Keep that third eye open. Until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.